The year is 1789. The French Revolution had just begun. The recently formed National Assembly had given hope for the equality in French territories through the Declaration of Rights of Man. Saint Domingo, a French colony on the island of Hispaniola, was the richest colony in the Americas due to the extremely profitable sugar monopoly. Saint Domingo eventually became known as the sugar capital of the world, which became a valuable economic asset desired by many powers. The colony was comprised of 4 different social classes: rich whites, rich blacks, poor whites, and slaves. From the newly merged declaration, poor whites and rich blacks had the same rights, which offended poor whites. These tensions, as well as growing resistance of slave labor, was the basis for the Haitian Revolution.
Hey, how do you do it to write?
Yeah? Alright.
So, hello, sir.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing today, sir?
Good. I'm too soft to drink that too.
Would you like a drink? Yes, please. Alright.
Oh. Aged as well.
Thank you, mademoiselle.
Oh, man. Oh! If it isn't my friend, Dutty Boukman, come over here. Hey, what's... Hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? How are you?
Very good.
That's great. Good to see you again. Hey, Dutty, you remember the good old days?
Yeah, I remember the good old days when our slave masters told us harvest this, harvest that, and they treated us terribly.
That was horrible, man.
You know, I had enough of it, so I assembled our slaves. Slaves assemble!
Oh yes, I remember. And then I joined the fight when I heard about your cause. I had also had enough, and I loved the revolutionary ideas brought back by the Haitian soldiers in the Revolutionary War in America and the French National Assembly.
I believe you, but I died in one of my revolts about this time, so...
Oh no. And just like that, Duddy died. I was left with the rest of the army. I took over, and we took over a third of Haiti's land.
Fight in 92.
Yeah. We lost many men, but then we controlled a third of the island.
How many men did you lose?
400,000.
And how many French did you get?
30,000. Alas, we lost 400,000 men, but it wasn't me who took the loss. The most damage was done to the spirits of the warriors after the French came back in '93. We lost all those men and captured all that ground for what seemed like a total setback. The French didn't know that was their mistake, however.
You're surrounded by many people. The British, the French, the Spanish. It was crazy. Very many armies. How did you manage to escape from this situation?
Well, you see, when the Haitian people and I were surrounded, we fixed compliance with the French, and we used their munition against the Spanish and the British, and then we turned on the French and stuck it to them.
So that means that you, in order to save your island, you fought off the British and the Spanish with working with the French?
Indeed, I say, that's how we
Then
did.
you turned against the French?
As it should be.
My gosh, you are a genius.
Yes.
So, wait, why were you guys even fighting?
Well, I'll tell you. First, the slaves were tired of being treated terribly. The slave masters would treat them in inhumane conditions. Second, us gens de couleur, although we were free, were not treated with the same respect and equality as the whites in our society. Also, the opposing side had conflicts as well. The poor whites felt that they weren't as rich as the rich blacks, and they wanted to be fair with them as well. The National Assembly in France had influenced us and taught us so many things. After our successful battles against the Spanish and the British forces, we had control over a good portion of the island of Saint Domingue. However, we refused to attack the French and Santo Domingo because they were under control of this idiot and his new regime.
I sent 40,000 of my men to restore order after you cascading us to my terror. Thank God my forces captured you, imprisoned you, and you died in that stupid cell.
Louverture, I just saw Napoleon walk out. Are you alright?
Yes, I'm okay.
Well, you know, I don't like that guy either. I joined for the same reason you did. To get the French rule out of this island.
Well, I'm glad it was you who took over for me after I left. After I was imprisoned and died, because you led us to the ultimate result. Victory!
Yeah!
Okay, Jean, I think I've had too much to drink. I'm gonna go use the washroom.
You do that.
Oh my gosh, is it you, Ginger Crystal Salinas?
One and only.
Oh my gosh, can you explain please the Battle of Vertières?
The Battle of Vertières, you know, after boss and companion, Louverture was captured and ultimated by the French, you know. I took the army of his, and we fought the French in the Battle of Vertières. We got independence on January 1st, 1804.
Wow, this is fascinating.
After we beat the French, we were no longer Saint Domingue. We were land of the high mountains. We were the Republic of Haiti.
Cheers, brother, to the Haitian Revolution!
To the only successful slave revolt in history.
To the only successful slave revolt in history!